Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing really good. So, बच्चों, in last class we were discussing about environmental pollution. And in environmental pollution, I told you there is land pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and noise pollution. Land pollution and water pollution we have discussed, and we were discussing the topic air pollution. So first, let us take a quick revision of what we have discussed in air pollution, and then we are going to move ahead. Okay. So, Bacho, I told you what is air pollution. Air pollution is the introduction of particulates and biological molecules or other harmful material in the Earth atmosphere, causing disease, death to humans, danger to other living organisms such as food crop or the natural or built environment. So air pollution is the introduction of particulates and other biological molecules that is harmful material into the earth atmosphere causing death or disease to the human beings and other living organisms. What are the major pollutants of air? Major pollutants of air is carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter, ground level zero. What is carbon monoxide? I told you carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless, toxic yet non-irritating gas. It is produced by incomplete combustion of fuels such as natural gas, oil, or wood present in the car exhaust. Sulfur dioxide, a chemical compound that is produced by volcanoes and in various industrial processes. Coal and petroleum often contain sulfur compounds and other combustion generates sulfur dioxide. So we have discussed these topics in detail in the last class. That's why I'm just giving you an overview in this class and then we are going to move ahead. Nitrogen dioxide are expelled from high temperature combustion and are also produced during thunderstorms by electronic discharge. These are present in car exhaust and power plant, and carbon dioxide affect lungs and increase chance of respiratory infection. Particulate matter. Atmospheric particulate matter or fine particles are tiny particles of solid or liquid suspended gas in the environment. These particulate matter causes lung disease and heart disease and increased chance of respiratory infection. Ground level zero is a key constituent of the troposphere. It is also an important constituent of certain region of the stratosphere, commonly known as the ozone layer. Irritate respiratory system and asthma, reduces lung function by inflaming and damaging lining of lungs. Causes of air pollution. What are the causes of air pollution? Emission from industries and manufacturing activities, burning fossil fuel, household and farming chemicals, greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? I told you the excess concentration of carbon monoxide increases the heat of the atmosphere. Carbon monoxide is transparent for solar radiation and it helps ultraviolet and infrared radiation to reach the earth. Carbon dioxide is opaque for the thermal radiation, therefore absorb the heat of the earth, hence the temperature of earth is increasing. Because the temperature of earth is increasing, the cooler part of the world like South Pole and North Pole gets melted day by day and the lower parts of the earth is going under the water. Thinning of upper ozone layer. Due to increased amount of carbon dioxide at the atmosphere, the ozone layer becoming thin day by day. If the ozone layer gets thin continuously, the harmful elements from the sun will harm us, like asthma, heart attack, and other skin diseases. What is acid rain? But to increase amount of fine particulates, increased amount of fine particulates in the air to contribute to heart and lungs problem, including asthma. Acid rain can damage buildings, historical monuments, statues, and especially those made of rocks such as limestone and marble that contain large amount of chemical carbon. Indoor air pollution. Indoor air pollution is the most dangerous. Indoor air pollution is smog from household chores and smoking. Even if you are not a smoker, secondhand smoke can cause many of the health problems such as direct inflammation from cigarettes. Things like lung cancer, asthma, and heart disease. All these are causes of smoking. How to reduce air pollution? How can we reduce air pollution? Save energy around the house. Switch off light, fan, heat, etc. when you leave the room. Whenever you are not in the room, you should switch off the lights, fans, heat, etc. Ride your bike and use less of cars. You should try to ride bicycle more and use less cars. Learn more, stay up to date. Join a group to stop pollution. Ride the school bus. Tell your friend and family about the pollution so that you can educate them. They should know the consequences and they should start controlling the air pollution. Make sure your parents get pollution check on their cars. Now, let us discuss noise pollution. I think noise pollution also we have started. Okay, let's make a quick revision of noise pollution and then we are going to move ahead. What is noise? As I already told you, the sound which is unwanted and disturb one's quality life is noise. Suppose I am listening music in a loudspeaker. I am enjoying that music, but maybe the persons around me is not enjoying that. They want to concentrate and do the work, but that sound is unwanted for them. It is disturbing their life. So for them, it is a noise. So sound that is unwanted and disrupts one's quality of life is known as noise. Normal sound becomes undesirable when it disturbs our normal activities such as working, sleeping, and during conversation. World Health Organization stated that noise must be recognized as a major threat to human well-being. WHO, World Health Organization, has stated that noise should be recognized as a major threat to human well-being. What is noise pollution? Sound that is unwanted or that disrupts the activity or balance of human or animal life is called as noise. So, बच्चों, sound which is unwanted, which disturb one life, one balance of human or animal life is known as noise. If there is lot of noise in the environment, then it is termed as noise pollution. Major source of noise pollution is household source, social activity, transportation, industrial and commercial activities. Now let us discuss all these. Household sources. But in household we use food mixture, grinder, vacuum cleaner, washing machine, loud listening music in loudspeakers. All these are causes of noise pollution. You can see this through the example also, through the diagram also. Social event, places of worships, disco, gigs, parties, all these social events create a lot of noise for the people living in that area. In many market area, people to sell their product, they speak through loudspeakers. They offer you the product through loudspeaker so that the consumer can listen to them and buy their product. This is also a region of noise pollution. You can see the pictures also of social events. Commercial and industrial activity. But in industrial activity, we use printing presses, manufacturing industry like construction sites contribute the noise pollution in large cities. In many industries, it is a requirement that people always wear earplugs to minimize their exposure to heavy noise. People who work with noisy equipments are required to wear noise proof gadgets. You can see the example through diagram. Transportation. Airplane flying over houses close to busy airports, trains, car, two-wheelers, all these constantly making a lot of noise and contributing to the noise pollution. Effects of noise pollution. Noise pollution have their effect on human beings, on animals, and as well as in environment also. How? What is the effect of noise pollution on humans? Noise pollution is the reason for cause of nervous disorder, headache, high blood pressure, and short memory. But if you are working in an area where there is a lot of noise, you will feel headache, your blood pressure will increase, you will start forgetting the things that is known as short memory. You will go into depression. And all these headaches, high blood pressure, depression, they reduces the efficiency of a person. You will get frustrated and you will find difficulty in concentrating because to work you need to concentrate, and if there is lot of noise, if there is noise pollution, you will not be able to work properly. And if you are in some area where there is very much noise and loud noise, then also able to you may also able to hearing loss. There can also be hearing loss. On animals, what is the effect of noise pollution on animals? Noise pollution damages the nervous system of animals, increase death by altering the predator defection and avoidance. Animal loses the control of its mind, create problems if use of sound in reproduction and navigation. They become dangerous and attractive. But so sometimes because of noise pollution, the animals also lost control of their mind. They become dangerous and attacking because they lose control of their mind. Noise pollution from ships, engine and solar systems make it difficult for marine mammals like whales, dolphins, etc. and prevent it from communicating, finding food and avoiding hazards. Excessive noise has the ability to raise an animal's heartbeat speed and even harms an animal's metabolism. Noise pollution, effect of noise pollution on environment. Noise also has detrimental effect on the growth of some animal or plants. Birds as well rely on hearing to help them to prey. Hence, they are seriously disadvantaged by noise. Noise pollution causes poor quality of crop in pleasant atmosphere. But so in pleasant atmosphere, the quality of crop can be poor because of noise pollution. How can you prevent noise pollution? How can you save animals, human beings, and environment from noise pollution? Do not use car horns unnecessarily. But you should not use car horns unnecessarily. You should only use car horns when it is required, especially in area, especially around the area like hospital, campuses, which are silent zones. You should not use car horns. Motors, machines, vehicles also produce loud noises when not maintained properly. Proper maintenance should be carried out for better performance. But you should maintain your vehicles, whether it is two-wheeler or four-wheeler, properly. Because if you do not do regular service, if you do not maintain it properly, it will start creating some noise and it will contribute to the noise pollution. Turn off engine of your car or motorbike when you are not using it. But whenever you start the car or whenever you stop the car, the start engine keep on making some noise. As well as two-wheeler engines also keep on making some noise. When you are not using your car or motorbike, you should turn off the key, turn off the engine so that the noise can be controlled. If you are working in an area where there are loud noises, you must wear earplugs to prevent loss of hearing. So if you are working in an area where there is loud noises, you should wear earplug to prevent loss of hearing. Prevention of noise pollution. There are many other ways through which you can prevent noise pollution. Trim bushes or scrubs by hand. Do not use noisy bush trimmer. Train your dog not to bark so much because suppose you have a dog at your house and that dog keeps on barking, especially at the time of night, late night. So it will create noise pollution and your neighbors will get disturbed. So you should train your dog not to bark so much. Do not blast music on the radio or computers or speaker. Be concentrate of your own ears and those of other around you. So this is noise pollution. This is noise pollution, and now we are going to start a new topic. Now we are going to start a new topic. I'm sharing the PPT with you. Now we are going to start a new topic, that is Consumer Protection Act. That is Consumer Protection Act. Sorry, there was some network issue. Sorry, there was some network issue. Consumer Protection Act. What is Consumer Protection Act? Consumer Protection Act 1986 promote and protect the interest of consumers against deficiencies and defects in goods or services consumed for personal use. So what is Consumer Protection Act? This act is made to protect the consumers. The Act Consumer Protection 1960-86 is made to protect the consumers from anything wrong, from the unfair trade practices, from anything wrong which is happened to a consumer. Who is a consumer? Consumer is a person who go in the market and purchase some goods or buys, purchase some goods or consume some services for personal use. And if the goods are defective and not as per the specification, or the services are not proper as specified, then they can, the such type of customers who get affected can be protected by Consumer Protection Act. So Consumer Protection Act is made to protect and promote the interest of consumer against deficiency or defect in goods or services consumed for personal use. Consumer Protection Act 1986 promote and protect the interest of consumers against deficiencies and defects in goods or services consumed for personal use. Promote and protect the interest of consumers against deficiency and defects in goods or services consumed for personal use. So Consumer Protection Act is made to protect the interest of consumers against any deficiency or defect in the goods or services consumed for personal use. Suppose, for example, I went to purchase a mobile phone. I purchased this mobile phone. The mobile phone claims to have 20 megapixel of camera. But when I purchased this mobile phone, I get to know that this mobile phone is having only 10 megapixel of camera. It means it is a defective, or you can say deficient mobile phone. Now, when such customers whose interest is affected, how can these customers got safe? How can the customers protect themselves? For that, that is the reason there is Consumer Protection Act 1986. It will help the consumer. The consumer can file a case or can file a complaint, and the consumer can get their interest protected. Provide a simpler and quicker redressal to consumer grievances. Three-tier district, national, and state and national committees there. Also, to provide solution to the consumer complaints, the consumer can go to district level, state level, or national level, depends on the amount of the product or service. Now, right to safety, right to be informed, right to choice, right to be heard, right to seek redressal against unfair trade practices, right to consumer education. But so Consumer Protection Act says that every consumer has a right to safety. Every consumer has a right to be informed. If I want to buy any product, I have a right that I can get all the information about the product because I am spending the money. So the seller cannot deny to give me the information. He have to give me all the information because I have the right to be informed. Right to choice. I have a right that if I want to purchase a mobile phone, I have a right that I can purchase iPhone or Samsung or OnePlus, any type of mobile phone, any type of shoe, any type of clothes, anything. Right to be heard. Every consumer has a right to be heard. Suppose I went to buy a mobile phone in the market, so the seller should hear me. I have a right to be heard by the seller that I want a mobile phone with 20 megapixel of camera, 200 GB of storage, and according to that, the seller can give me the mobile phone. Right to seek redressal against unfair trade practice. If there is any unfair trade practice, the consumer has a right to get the solution. Right to consumer education. Every consumer has a right to educate. Passage of the bill. बच्चों nowadays after 1986 now new bill has been passed and Consumer Protection Act 2019 has been introduced with many changes. On August on 8th of July 2019, Consumer Protection Bill 2019 was introduced in Lok Sabha. On 30th July, the bill was passed in Lok Sabha. On 6th of August, passed in Rajya Sabha. On 9th of August, the President gives the accent, means signature. After that, the bill has now become the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So any bill to become an act has to be passed by both the houses of parliament. After that, President will give the accent by making the signature. After that, the bill will become the act. So this new act is now there, that is Consumer Protection Act 2009. So Consumer Protection Act 1986. After that, new bill has been passed and now it is Consumer Protection Act 2019. It means we are going to study Consumer Protection Act 2019. In Consumer Protection Act 1986, e-commerce was not there. Because in 1986, the act was made in 1986. At that time, buying and selling through e-commerce, that is through Flipkart, Amazon, other portal was not there. So this word e-commerce is not there. Now, in Consumer Protection Act 2019, the word e-commerce is included because the consumer nowadays buy goods and services through e-commerce, through online through Flipkart, Amazon, Urban Clap, Paytm, Snapdeal, etc. Expressions buy any goods or hire or avail any service include online as well as offline transactions through electronic mean or by shopping or direct selling or multi-level marketing. So, bachcho, in e-commerce has included the expressions now buy any goods or hire or avail any services include offline or online transaction through electronic means or by teleshopping or by direct selling or multiple level marketing. So now, if you do online shopping through Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Because through Amazon online, Snapdeal, you can order many products. So that is known as online shopping. And if there is any fraud, if you receive any defective product, then now consumer can be protected from this online shopping also because Consumer Protection Act 2019 has included this online shopping also. But the portals like Urban Clap, Paytm, they are not selling any goods. They are providing the services like Urban Clap. Through Urban Clap, if you need any electrician at your home, you can book an electrician through Urban Clap. The electrician will come, will repair whatever lights whatever lights is wanting repair, and he will charge the amount and he will go. Same if you need to take a haircut, you can book a hair stylist from Urban Clap. He will come your home, he will cut your hair, and he will go. He will charge us for the services and go. So, like Amazon, Flipkart, all these platforms are selling some products, but Urban Clap, Paytm, they are providing services. So they are also now included in Consumer Protection Act 2009. So in Consumer Protection Act 2019, if the services are not proper, the services are defective or any deficiencies there, the word e-commerce included both buying any product online, buying any services online. Got my point? So both offline and online transactions like buy any goods or avail any services, both are now included in Consumer Protection Act 2019. Product liability introduced. How? Suppose product sold or services rendered by the manufacturer is deficient, and because of that consumer is facing any harm is caused to consumer, then the manufacturer who has sold the product or the manufacturer who has given the services will have to compensate to the consumer. Unfair trade practices. What is unfair trade practices? Making false statement. Suppose the seller the seller sold you the mobile phone saying that this mobile phone has 20 megapixel of camera and 200 GB of storage. But when I purchase it and I come to home, I get to know that the camera is only 10 megapixel and storage is only 50 GB. So this comes under unfair trade practice, and you can file a case against the manufacturer. Misleading advertisements. The that are misleading, advertisement that is misleading is also coming under unfair trade practices. Then sale of substandard goods. Substandard goods are also come under unfair trade practices. Sale of goods or services by creating shortage. This is also unfair trade practice. But to suppose a manufacturer is making, what you can say, in real life example I give you, in between during the lockdown time, onions, there is a great shortage of onion, and because of that the onion prices just tripled or doubled, increased very much. So what people did, the people created, the persons who are dealing in onions created a shortage of onion by holding the onions, and because of that the demand keep on increasing, and as the demand increases the price also keep on increasing. So this type of practice, this type of sale of any product or service by creating shortage comes under unfair trade practices. Manufacture, sale or provision of spurious goods or services. Three more Three more unfair trade practices have been added in Consumer Protection Act 1986. That is now Consumer Protection Act 2019. What is three more trade practices that has been added? Failure to issue bill or receipt. If any manufacturer or service provider do not issue you bill or receipt, then it will be considered as unfair trade practice. Refusal to accept a goods return within 30 days. If the manufacturer or the seller of service has provided the goods to you by saying that if you do not like the goods, you can return it within 30 days. And if you return the goods within 30 days and they are not accepting it, then it also comes under unfair trade practices. Disclosure of personal information given except required by the law. But so you have to disclose all the information when you are selling any product except that is required by the law. Now, to protect the interest of consumer, we have established Central Consumer Protection Authority, CCPA, Central Consumer Protection Authority, CCPA, to protect the consumer from unfair trade practices. Government has established Central Consumer Protection Authority. Now, what Central Consumer Protection Authority do? Promote and protect and enforce the right of consumer. They will promote and protect the right of consumers. Regulate matters relating to consumers. They will regulate all the matters that is related to consumers. Investigation wing to look into the violation. They have also established investigation wing that will look into the violations. If there is any complaint, the investigation wing will look into the matter and will try to find out the solution. Issuing directions to manufacturers, sellers, and service providers. If there is anything wrong which is done by the manufacturer, seller, or service provider, the Central Consumer Protection Authority will issue the directions to do the things correctly to the manufacturer, seller, and service providers. Imposition of penalties. The Central Consumer Protection Authority will also impose penalties on the manufacturer, sellers, and service provider if they do any unfair trade practice. If they are doing any unfair trade practice, then the Central Consumer Protection Authority (CCPA) has a right that they can impose penalty on the manufacturer, seller, and service provider. Orders to recall goods or withdraw services. If any goods is defective or any service is deficient, the CCPA, Central Consumer Protection Authority, can order to recall the goods or withdraw the services. Can order to recall the goods or withdraw the services. Act as regulatory. They act as regulatory consumer Central Consumer Protection Authority. So this is established to safeguard the interest of consumer from unfair trade practices. They will protect and enforce the consumer rights, regulate the matter relating to consumer. Investigation then is there to look into the violation. They can issue direction to manufacturer, seller, service provider. They can impose penalties for unfair trade practices by manufacturer, seller, or service provider. They can order to recall goods or withdraw the services. So, bachcho, today we have started Consumer Protection Act in 2019. So, what is Consumer Protection Act? Again, I am repeating. This act has been made to protect the interest of consumer because of any deficient or defective goods or services consumed by the consumer for personal use. So in next class, bachcho, we are going to take this ahead. We are going to complete the Consumer Protection Act. Today we have done introduction part of Consumer Protection Act. So now let us move toward the MCQs. As you all know, at the end of every class we do some MCQs. So I am sharing the MCQs with you now. Let us try to attempt some MCQs now. Dash is a colorless, odorless, toxic yet non-irritating gas. Carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, none of the above. What is colorless, odorless, toxic yet non-irritating gas? That is carbon monoxide. Coal, petroleum often contain carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, none of the above. But so please, everyone try to attempt the MCQs because MCQs is interesting also, as well as the MCQs will help you in getting the clarity on the topic. Trust me, your complete topic will be revised if you attempt the MCQs. Because I try to give MCQ from each and every topic which I have taught you. So if you will try to attempt and solve the MCQ, your complete topic will be revised. You will also get a clarity on the topic. It is an important constituent of central regions of the stratosphere, commonly known as the ozone layer. A. Carbon monoxide. B. Sulfur dioxide. C. Nitrogen dioxide. D. Ground level ozone. Present in car exhaust and power plants. Affects lungs and causes wheezing. Increases chance of respiratory infection. Carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, ground level ozone. Please, you can take a photo or you can take a screenshot and try to attempt these MCQs. I'm requesting you. move ahead now. Causes of air pollution: emissions from industries and manufacturing activities. B. Burning fossil fuels. C. Household and farming chemicals. D. All of the above. Next, carbon dioxide is opaque for the thermal radiation and therefore absorb the heat of the earth. Hence, the temperature of earth is dash. A increasing, A decreasing, B increasing, C none, and D constant. Effect of air pollution on earth: A. Global warming. B. Thinning of ozone layer. C. Acid rain. D. All of the above. Effect of air pollution on earth. Next, dash can damage buildings, historical monuments, and statues, especially those made of rocks, such as limestone and marble, that contain large amount of calcium carbonate. A. Global warming. B. Thinning of ozone layer. C. Acid rain. D. All of the above. Please, you can take a screenshot or you can take a photo. How to reduce air pollution? A. Learn more, stay up to date. B. Join a group to stop pollution. C. Ride the school bus. D. All of the above. I'm again sharing it. Please, you can take a photo. You can either take a photo or take a screenshot and try to attempt these MCQs. I hope every one of you have taken the photo or just taken a screenshot. I hope. So, bachcho, we have completed the topic environmental pollution today. In that, we have discussed four types of environmental pollution: land pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and noise pollution. And we have started a new topic, that is Consumer Protection Act. So in next class, we are going to discuss the topic Consumer Protection Act. Till that time, you can attempt the MCQs. I hope you all have taken the photo or screenshot. So thank you all of you for joining. Please everyone take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.